He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. You know, especially when he's serious about it. You know, I don't know if he's serious as he used to be. When he was serious, he was a hell of a fighter. Nobody came close. He's the only one I gave a chance against. Shakur and that guy, Keyshawn Davis, they're scary fighters too because they're sophisticated. The other guy's sophisticated than me, but Tank is just a force of nature. You know, you just gotta give him the credit. You know, even though he's talking shit and stuff, he's a
seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing more entire Shakur.
Gervonta's at 140. That seems to be the biggest
I
name.
want Gervonta Davis to step in the ring and face somebody, dog, already, bro. For real.
He'll be back.
Like, oh, I know he coming back, dog. But I'm just saying, like, fight Shakur, bro. Fight Shakur. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Hurt me. He's had a rough life with black eyes, bruised ribs and stuff. Then you got to not fight some of those kind of fights. But nobody can push him to that point yet. So he can fight well.
Two unbeaten masters, one dream showdown, and boxing legends cannot agree on the winner. So, who truly leaves the ring with everything?
And I say he fights at the level of his competition, you know, and you can say, oh, there's some contradictory going on now, but it just, I still got Shakur, but there is still like, it's like, I can see a way, I can see a path to where Tank can beat him. I can see it. I can see a path in a way that I believe that Tank can catch him and hurt him and knock him out. You know, I'm not gonna give that away. However, I can see the path. I can see a path.
Mike Tyson has also shared his thoughts, initially backing Tank Davis to win, now warning that Shakur Stevenson could prove almost impossible for Davis to beat at his best.
It's gonna be interesting because if Shakur handles this guy like he did Lopez, I'm gonna say the hell with him. I'm gonna say the hell with Shakur, man. If he just handles this guy like he's gonna say the hell with him. Somebody gotta give him a fight, though. You gotta be very sophisticated to know how to fight. This is when I know you lost against Shakur. This is when I know you lost. See when he does this stuff? Once you start doing this stuff and looking at him, oh, it's over. You got constant action, constant motion. You gotta be on him constantly. Once you start looking at him and doing that, he's dead. He's gonna pick you up.
While Gervonta Davis has battled outside the ring controversies, Roy Jones Jr. believes Shakur Stevenson beats him through discipline and skill. Though he admits music, Tank's explosive power remains the biggest threat.
Who wins that fight right now, in your opinion?
Right now, Shakur wins it because of his discipline. Because he showed against TFM that he can stay very disciplined all night. And he's the type of guy who don't really do a lot of crazy stuff in his life normally. So it's like discipline is a thing that is not only exercise inside the ring, it's exercise also outside the ring. And as we see, sometimes Gervonta has problems with discipline, but we have never seen Shakur have problems with discipline. We've seen him be more disciplined at the right time than we've seen him not have discipline. So with the fight being like it is right now, I would lean more Shakur because of his discipline, but don't get twisted. If somebody could be Tank Davis.
Roy Jones Jr. believes Tank can trouble anyone if he stays focused outside the ring music. But despite his frightening power, he still gives Shakur the slight edge.
He got his mind on right. Tank's a problem for anybody. Tank can fight better than what we think he can. It's just that sometimes his outside antics get the better of him, and it makes people think less of him. But don't underestimate Tank Davis. Tank is motivated and ready to fight. Tank is a problem for anybody.
Terrence Crawford also weighed in on the potential clash, questioning whether Tank can truly solve Shakur's puzzle and adding even more excitement to one of boxing's most anticipated matchups.
Like boxing, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
We're gonna take his personality and personal things out of it. But boxing, he's definitely talented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's
like, for years, Fans have demanded the showdown, and Sean Porter believes it will finally happen, though not in the way most people expect. Porter argues that Shakur has not yet faced an opponent capable of fully testing his ring IQ. In his view, Tank brings the perfect mix of power, timing, and pressure to force Shakur into the toughest fight of his career, revealing a completely different side of both men.
We ain't been able to show because ain't nobody been able to pull it out of him. We looking forward to the big fights. We looking forward to the big matchups because those are the kind of people that's going to pull it out of him. So with a fight with Shakur, you're going to see this boxing style that you don't usually get from Tank. You're going to see IQ. We saw IQ, but to me, it was low IQ because the reason why it was low IQ is because everybody followed the script. And what I mean by that is you see somebody's IQ take place when a fighter makes an adjustment, and now you have to adjust to what that fighter is doing, and that's kind of where you see
who's smart,
you know what I mean?
Who get a hold of it.
I think my fight with Terrence shows a very high level of IQ from both of us. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And that's what Tank is gonna do with Shakur. He's gonna come into the ring and be a different version.
Meanwhile, Shakur has made it clear that he wants this fight as much as the fans do, but he insists the next move belongs to Tank. If the fight never gets finalized, Shakur says he has no intention of putting his career on hold. Instead, he plans to chase other major opportunities, making it clear he does not need anyone's approval and will continue moving forward on his own terms.
But at the end of the day, once again, if somebody says they never gonna fight me,
then you can't rely. Yeah, you gotta move on.
Fuck you. I don't need you, bro.
You gotta move on.
Simple.
What kind of I was asking that just from a fighter, you know what I mean?
No, I got you.
Tank is my youngin', but I just wanted to know from a fighter's perspective, do you ever see, when you talking about two of the best fighters in boxing, forget about all the bullshit that he's dealing with, boxing, will we ever see that? That's where I was coming from.
No, I got you, but like I said, if any fighter have an issue with me, because I felt like Tio was jealous of me.
Mm-hmm.
I told him this several times. Any fighter have any issue with me,
let's do it.
Sign the contract, turn the lights on bright, let millions come around the seats to see what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, Timothy Bradley sees a path to victory for Tank and believes the danger is very real. Bradley warns that Shakur cannot afford a single mistake because music, Tank has the timing and power to change a fight with one clean shot. He believes Tank already understands the small openings in Shakur's style and will patiently wait for the perfect moment to capitalize if the fight becomes reality.
He's not, when you put heat on him, he's so damn defensive that he don't throw punches. There's nothing in return. So you're able to mount an attack on him and let your hands go, and you're not going to receive any counter punches coming back. You know, I think Tank sees that. I think Tank knows that. So as long as those counters don't come, Tank's gonna be in there. You know, as long as he's not willing to risk getting caught, Tank's gonna be in the fight. Period. And if he starts moving back on his bicycle and Tank's coming forward, Tank gonna be the aggressor.
Fresh off his impressive win over Teofimo Lopez, Shakur has continued pushing for the biggest names in boxing despite critics, claiming he has avoided the toughest challenges. Many questioned whether that victory alone proved he belongs at the very top, pointing to Teofimo's previous defeat as a reason for doubt. Shakur wasted no time answering those claims, boldly calling out both Tank and Devin Haney.
But you know you fought a lick, like, and then you trying to play it like, yo, I'm the best fighter in the world for beating T.O. Like Camboso's already punched that nigga face in, bro. Like, you not that yet, bro. For real. Go get Devin. Go get Tank or some shit. Like, you know what you doing, bro. You caught a lick, bro.
You gotta tell niggas to just fight me, though, bro. The ones you want to see, tell them niggas to fight me, man.
Nah.
Joining the debate, Alexander Usyk offered his own prediction on the division's biggest names. Usyk believes Shakur has what it takes to defeat Devin Haney with his superior boxing skills and ring control. He also expects Shakur to overcome Tank, making it clear that he sees Stevenson as the most complete fighter among the top lightweight stars and the one most likely to come out on top.
Style, but I want to Shakur more punch.
You want
punches.
to be more
Yeah,
active,
yeah, yeah.
right? More volume of
yes,
punches,
yes,
right?
yes, yes. Combination, you know, like a defense combination, one more combination.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's amazing fighter.
Shakur and Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis, who wins? Shakur versus Devin Haney?
I think Shakur.
And Shakur versus Gervonta?
Shakur.
Following his dominant display against Teofimo Lopez, Shakur has become one of the hottest names in boxing, with several blockbuster fights now within reach. Backed by opportunities from Turkey Usyk, his stock continues to rise. Roy Jones Jr. believes that momentum reflects Shakur's elite talent, praising his ability to stay defensively responsible while gradually wearing opponents down. Jones points to the Teofimo performance as the perfect example of how Shakur controls fights without absorbing unnecessary punishment.
And should he take those fights?
He's going to have to take some of them. You don't want to fight hard and fight out because you don't want to have to. You don't have to. But when he pays you $10 million to fight, you fight with every fighter because you get paid. We didn't fight out hard because no matter who we fought, they don't want to pay us so much. Why we go fight 3 tough guys in a row when you going to pay us like we fighting 3 regular fights? Now he paying us to fight 3 super fights. That's what Turkey brings you to. So you can fight 3 super fights in a row. And to be honest with you, the fight his hand was a fight, but he didn't take no punches. And as long as he keep like that, he can fight whoever he wants to fight every time he wants. Because Turkey giving him the money to fight big fights every time. Why not fight a big fight every time? He's making it so easy.
Another major fight attracting plenty of attention is Shakur against Devin Haney, with many expecting a close battle between 2 elite boxers. Roy Jones Jr. believes this is the perfect stage for Shakur to prove he truly stands above the rest. As Shakur considers his next move, he continues targeting both Tank and Haney. While Jones rates Shakur's skills extremely highly, he believes each opponent brings different strengths that could make either fight a serious test.
That's a fight we would have wanted to be able to see. But nowadays, everybody, and it's like that because of social media, so many people are like cooler now that, you know, it's like, it's not like it was. So some of the good fights we won't get to see because they are cool with their friends, or like 2 Klitschko's. They were brothers. We never were going to get to see them fight each other because they were brothers. So it's like, you know, sometimes we don't get the better fights because of things like that. But Shakur versus anybody is going to be a good fight because Shakur is so disciplined and he's so good. So him with any of the top names, it's going to be a good fight. You don't need to fight Keyshawn. You got so many other people to fight with the Tank Davises of the world, with the Devin Haney's of the world. So it's a lot of fights out there to be fought. And with that being said, he's going to get a chance to prove.
All of this has strengthened Shakur's reputation as one of boxing's finest defensive fighters, with his sharp jab and complete performances answering many of the doubts surrounding his style. Even so, Gary Russell Jr. believes there is still a way to beat it. Russell argues that Shakur needs to face someone with matching athleticism and points to Richardson Hitchens as a dangerous opponent. He also believes Shakur still lacks the kind of fight-changing power that could make the difference in the biggest moments of the fight.
You know, distance and range, good lateral movement, and etc. I think it would take someone that has a similar level of athleticism, you know, a similar level of athleticism as well as punch selection, you know, when it comes to competing against Shakur. You know, I think he's a good fighter. I think Richard Hitchenson's a good fighter. I think Richard Hitchenson's a good fighter as well. You know, I think he just don't really got the pop. Shakur, I don't think Shakur really has that devastating pop either. He's just a little more educated.
Gary Russell Jr. believes the key to beating Shakur lies in taking away the control that makes him so effective. According to Russell, Shakur performs at his best when he controls the range, pace, and positioning throughout the fight. He believes Richardson must keep applying pressure, deny Shakur the space to settle, and force non-stop exchanges by making the fight uncomfortable from start to finish.